What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel and your Road to Glory career mode here with Sunderland. This is Season 3 and we are back in the big time. We are back in the Premier League. We are well ahead of schedule. I expected about 5 seasons before we got back to the Premier League, but we've done it back to back. Winning League One and coming second in the Championship, we find ourselves back in the Premier League. Now we are 6 weeks away from the league season beginning here in the Premier League. We will face off against Chelsea and then preceding that will be Palace and Leeds in our opening month of the Premier League season. But before the opening game of the season against Chelsea, we have 6 massive weeks. A pre-season tournament could see us earn a little bit more cash, but to start with, we have a starting budget of 41 million, the smallest in the division. We have the least experience in the division, with just one player still at the club that has ever performed at the Premier League level. That is Lyndon Gooch, 11 games under his belt, and he is surplus to requirements these days. So boys, strap yourselves in, because we have 6 weeks worth now of transfer window action. Players leaving and new faces arriving. Let's do this then, boys. Our first transfer as a new Premier League club back in the big time. Jed Spence, what a right back he is. A right wing back by trade. Jed Spence has been brilliant for Forest in real life. Back at Middlesbrough in this career mode, we get a deal done. 10.8 million, and Jay Mateta, a player that is surplus to requirements, he will leave in a player plus cash deal. And we do then agree a nice contract with Spence, 32.5 grand a week for 5 years of service for this super right wing back that really has improved our team already. Season 3, signing 1, super Jed Spence, and you see a 76 overall. He jumps in ahead of the 71 overall Matheson. Signing 1 is a good one. Wow, and I did not expect this, to be honest with you, but one of our star players has received a huge offer from another Premier League club. Dennis Serkin, £15 million offer from Crystal Palace, who we do play in the opening few games of the season. Patrick Vieira sees something in this lad, but so do I. He's my starting left back for a reason. He's 21 and already 77 overall. I think it would be a mistake to let this boy go. He's definitely going to reach over the 80 mark. He needs to be our starting left back for the long term. So it's a good offer. Maybe if it was pushing 23-4 million, it would have been a different scenario. But at the moment, based on what we've got, based on the money we have and what we're trying to achieve right now, Serkin will stay. I'm going to reject it, and this move will not happen. And now, lads, the pre-season tournament, a good way to earn a little bit extra money and get your star players fit and firing. And we start off the pre-season tournament with a nice 3-1 win. Rida, Lambert and Donnie on the score sheet to see us through in the opening pre-season match. And now another transfer offer in for Luke O'Nien. What a bit of service he has done for the football club. Thank you, mate, but it's time to move on. £1.5 million will see him leave the club. I'm happy to get that deal done. More money for us, and moving on players that are just not up to Premier League standards. Another player that may be moving on as well is Misawi, a player from our youth academy. A loan with an option to buy is something that we're going to look into. It's up to the player, though, if he stays or if he goes. Wow, okay, now things are getting serious in this market. Callum Doyle, 19 years of age, one of our starting centre-backs, the left-hand side of centre-back at the moment for us. A big offer in from a big football club in Aston Villa. Other Premier League clubs are already trying to poach some of our best young players. Callum Doyle, another one of them. £13.5 million. If we could get towards 20 plus, that may be an option. But he's 19, and again, he's got so much potential. He's a boyhood Sunderland lad, and it doesn't feel right to let him go. So I'm going to reject that offer as well. We must improve the squad but we can't allow already good players to leave this team, and this one is a definite no. Connor Collins from the Youth Academy. He was a bit of a risk to start with, making some big errors in goal, but he turned out to be an incredible goalkeeper for us last year, and long may that continue. The 19-year-old Welsh international, 13.3 million, interesting offer from over there in Spain with Celta coming in for him, but again, rejected. We must keep our star players, boys. And game 2 then of the pre-season tournament against French side Stade Reims, but we do fall to defeat today. El Bilal Doré gets the goal that sees them to a 1-0 win. That defeat may not be enough then to get us through to the knockout rounds to earn some more money. But good news, Onyen's transfer has gone through. He has left the club officially, and an embarrassingly low offer coming in here for Ross Stewart. This man has buckets of goals, buckets of assists as well. 6.2 million. Are you okay? I wouldn't sell this man for 20 million. The Scotsman, Ross Stewart, absolutely not up for sale today. Boys, you have joined me again at a very exciting moment. This is a transfer deal that could shape the future of this football club. A player who we know already has played in the Premier League for Leeds United, but in this career mode his talents were scouted and taken away from Leeds by Bayern Munich. This is Joe Gerhart. What a young talent he is. 21 years of age, 75 overall now. He would be a great player to bring in. He's not getting as much game time as he wants over in Bayern. A little bit homesick as well from England. Come home, lad. Come to Sunderland. Okay, so his value is about 11 million. I'm going to go in at £12.5 million for him. I don't think that's a bad offer. And I'm hoping that might be okay for Bayern to get this deal done. And it is! Wow! We may have just signed ourselves a young superstar on the cheap. I am very happy with this deal. £28,000 a week. 300k to sign and 1.2 million if he gets 20 goals. He'll deserve that bonus if he can get 20 goals for the football club. So let's get it done. Let's make it official. Joe Gerhart joins Sunderland. Let's go. What a huge signing. Gerhart and Stewart up top is absolute mwah. This young baller then is in the team. He will start off on the bench, but I'm sure he will be into the starting 11 very soon. Stewart will start the season as our first choice striker. He deserves the opportunity. Into the third game now of the pre-season tournament up against Cagliari. And unfortunately, boys, defeat today. Edwards got the goal, but 2 from Cagliari sees us eliminated at the group stage. £1 million though added to our transfer budget, and any little bit of money we can get always helps. Moussaoui did actually reject that loan with a potential buy option as well. He does not want to leave the club long term. He wants to maybe potentially just leave on a short-term loan. We'll look into that later in the episode. But another offer in for Connor Collins, our Super GK, our number 1. Fiorentina, rejection, mate. Absolutely not. This Welsh keeper is staying put in the Premier League. And a second approach now for Callum Doyle, this time by another top team in Leeds United. Clearly in England, his name is doing the rounds as a potential star for the future. Leeds, you've matched the offer from Aston Villa and you're going to get the same response. This is a no-go. And then for the next offer, this is for Fabian Arida, one of our first signings of Season 1. He was a very, very unknown player when we brought him in, but he's certainly known now, a passing master in our midfield. 75 rated, 8.7 million is the offer. I wouldn't sell this lad for 15 plus. He is brilliant. He's our number 8, he's in the starting 11, and long may that continue. Now then, boys, we did have a third offer in for Connor Collins from Sheffield United. He's not for sale, so I'm just going to block all offers. I don't think I'd really sell him at any price, so no point wasting time with that one. all offers for Collins have been blocked. Moving on though, we have had another offer in for Donnie. He does play second fiddle on the bench. He can play as a number 8 or as a number 10. However, I think we could probably upgrade or use an upgrade in that position potentially anyway. I think I would suggest selling him. And I hope you guys agree as well. I think for £4 million, it's a decent offer. If we can maybe claw a few extra million out of the deal, Donnie will be allowed to leave. So let's go ahead and negotiate this one and see if we can maybe squeeze 1, maybe 2 extra £1 million out of this one. So 4 million was the initial offer. I'm going to ask for £5.5 million, and then he may be able to leave the football club. And wow, they're more than happy to do it. He will potentially leave now and go over to Spain. Happy for him. And very happy for us. That would be a great deal for Alaves and for Sunderland. Another offer in for Stuart. I'm going to probably reject all of these as well. So I'm going to reject that offer coming in again from Spain for him. 5.9 million is an insult. And he is not for sale. So just like Collins, I'm going to block all offers. And I might as well block all offers for Callum Doyle. Those 3 players pretty much untouchable. It is official then, lads. Donnie has left the club and joined Alaves. £5.5 million. Thank you for your service, lad. But time to move on. Time to move on to a new midfielder. Lewis Cook, available on the cheap. He only has a contract with 11 months to go. Bournemouth needs some cash coming in through the door. So 10.5 million sees us sign up Lewis Cook. He already has Premier League experience. He already has an England cap as well. Let's go, boys. What a deal this is going to be. £42,000 per week for the young man on a 5-year deal. A midfield general, another pass master added to the ranks this season. We're going to have a really solid team, one that is fit to fight for Premier League survival. He will compete for that starting spot with Reader. Right now though, Reader will start in the midfield. Cook will remain on the bench, but he's ready to take his chance. A deal coming in then, well, an offer at least coming in for Renzo Pirola, but not a deal. This one will be rejected. This Italian centre-back will remain at the club. We are struggling for numbers at the back, so Pirola at the moment just cannot be sold, no matter the price. And a few more transfers coming in. This one for Lyndon Gooch. Thank you for your service, mate. You have been an absolute star for this football club over periods of time. Not many appearances in the last few years. It's time for you to move on for £1 million to Basel. And now Hugo Arreyo. Looks like a really good young player, but we need as much cash as possible. So deals like this, selling some youth academy players, has to be done. Some youth players will stay, but some must go. This is one that I'm willing to allow leave the football club. And now just that confirmation then for us, boys, of those 2 previous deals being made official. Arroyo leaves the football club without making any appearances, but Lyndon Gooch definitely made some key appearances for us, scoring some really nice goals. Unfortunately, over the few seasons we've been here, we have improved rather quickly, and it has left him out of the team. We've got a message here from our captain at the moment. My Riley's out injured. Mitoglu, the Greek centre-back. Not too impressed with the transfers we've done so far. I'm happy with what we've done so far, but I understand he wants to see more improvement. And don't you worry, more is coming. A little update then for this man, our best player at the football club, no doubt about it. Our captain out at the moment. 5 weeks though, and he will be back available for training. Give it maybe 8 weeks and he'll be available for selection. Cannot wait to get Riley back into the starting 11. He's our main number 10. He's our main player, as simple as that. Another player, though, that is at the moment filling in for him at the number 10, and he's been magnificent. 17 years of age, Rhys Lloyd. He only has 11 months left on his contract. We're going to go in and renew that deal shortly. But now, boys, I just want to bring to your attention where we are at with the squad. I'm pretty happy with it. I do still feel though we need another centre back for sure, and maybe another midfielder, but then with Riley coming back, maybe not. So I'm going to leave this one down to you. Get yourselves in the comments, leave suggestions. What position do I still need to improve on? And if you have a player suggestion, leave it down there. If you're enjoying the episode so far, boys, subscribe if you're new, smash that like button, I really do appreciate it. But now, let's get the contract done for what is turning out to be a key player for this football club in Rhys Lloyd. And we certainly didn't want any stumbling blocks today. The young man's only been earning £650 a week at the moment, up to just over £2,000 a week on a long-term contract. Even at that price, he's an absolute steal. He's a weapon in the midfield, lads. Let's go. And then moving on to our youth academy where he came from, we have Argentina, Italy, and England being covered over the next 6 months to uncover more gems. And again, boys, another offer coming in for Bader Missaoui, an Algerian international, 18 years of age, from our youth academy. We did have a deal lined up where he'd go out on a loan and then be signed permanently for a decent fee, but he rejected the deal. He wants to stay at the club long term, but is happy to move on a short-term loan. So a loan deal here for him to move on is going to be accepted. Fingers crossed he can agree to go out there and improve as a player. He may come back as a superstar. And you may have noticed the background has now changed to the Premier League logo, because we are about to begin our Premier League season. But before that, again, another offer in for Sirkin. This one from Jose Mourinho and Roma, £13.5 million. Jose, look elsewhere. Sirkin is one of our best ballers. That one is rejected again. And then jumping over to player chats, John Jules is asking to be playing in the game against Chelsea. He's gone up to a 70 overall, but I'm just going to say we've got bigger games coming up. I mean, I don't see how we can get much bigger than Chelsea and the first game of the season, but he will not be playing. Stewart will start that game. Gerhart will be his backup ready on the bench. Again, Reader will start in midfield. Cook will start on the bench for this one. However, Spence comes straight in. Matheson drops down immediately to the bench. Boys, the next game is Chelsea, but you're going to have to wait until the next episode. Yes, I'm going to break your hearts with this one, but the next episode we will begin our Premier League season, boys. And you still have the opportunity to get your comments in with transfers. As I showed you just a moment ago, we have a little bit more money now. £21 million. Who do you want me to sign? What position as well? I think centre-back. If you look at the bench, we're pretty weak there. Maybe goalkeeper, but usually you're okay with just one top goalie. They don't often get injured on FIFA 22. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you've enjoyed this kind of video. I've edited it a little bit different. Let me know in the comments. Smash that like button, guys. Episode 1 of Season 3 is here. And next up, in the next one, Chelsea will be our opponents. Until next time, you take it easy. Thank you for watching, and peace.